Prosthetics are artificial devices that replace missing body parts, most commonly arms, legs, hands, and feet. The number of amputees in many African countries, including Kenya, is rising, due in part to diabetes, congenital reasons, road accidents, trauma, and infections. However, only a small fraction of amputees receive prosthetic care due to shortages of trained clinicians, long waits, and high costs of these devices.
Niligundua niko na diabetes nikiwa class 6 2016. Sasa ndo nikaenda nayo 2020 ndo hiyo mguu ikatokea kidonda. Sasa kidonda ikaendelea ikaenda hosi. Ikasemekana tu nikukata. Si rahisi kuipata. Mwenye ako nayo tu anashukuru tu Mungu. Maana mimi nimeng'ang'ana sijaipata bado. Artificial leg sijaipata maana wazazi wangu waliponiulizia Kejabi Hospital waliambiwa ni 250 ni 1250 sasa hawana uwezo.
Nitongo Wycliffe Ndeda. Sasa nikaanguka nikapelekwa hosi. Hapo nilikuwa Kisumu theater huko, nikapelekwa theater. Alafu hiyo wakati madaktari nao walikuwa magoma. Sasa kwa ile plast ile white. Wakati wa kutoa alipata mkono ishaoza. Sasa kabidi nipelekwe theater. Kabidi sawa waikate. Amenikipata zakashukuru kwa sababu hata hiyo inaweza kanisaidia support.
Susan and Wycliffe illustrate how financial barriers prevent many amputees in Nairobi from accessing prosthetic care. Next, I'm heading to meet two individuals from the small minority with prosthetics, reshaping loss into strength and adaptability.
Wanjehi Yagisia. When I retired, I came into farming. I've done other businesses alongside farming, but I was affected by diabetes I've been having diabetes since 1998. So all along I've been fighting diabetes until it came to this. It started with my fingers, no, my toes, sorry. It started with my toes. And it developed to a certain point that the doctor recommended amputation. So the doctor told me there are prosthetic limbs. So it's from that point that now I realized that we could have a solution. You know, like there are people who come here and they have come to see me and they find I've even advanced in my family more than the way I used to be before. So they're wondering, how do you make it? Tell them, my brain is not dead. And even before, when I used to have the limbs, it's not me who used to do those things. I will only give instructions and pay people to do it for me. So why should I not do them if I don't have legs? But when I got the prosthetics, of course, that was a very big step towards normalizing. Not really fully normal, but normalizing my life the way it used to be before. But because I had a very big challenge. The only challenge I had that was debilitating was going to the washrooms. Because you see, in a wheelchair, somebody has to push you up to the door, then they had to pick you up and set you on the basin, then you do what you're doing while they're there, then they pick you up, put you back onto the wheelchair, and then they push you to wherever you wanted to go. So that was the most difficult thing that I went through. But when I got the prosthetics, now I think now that problem is gone. So I said hallelujah, and here I am.
My name is Belinda Adhiambo Odur. I'm an operations manager at Prosthetic Kenya. And Prosthetic Kenya is a company that deals with the prosthetic and orthotics. And that means we do not only make the lower limb prosthesis, we also do the arm, the fingers, and the toes as well. I lost my leg at the age of 3 years, so I think this is also something that keeps me going. I literally don't have an idea of having a leg because I was a baby. So I grew up without a leg. And I was raised in a slum. I was raised in Kibra. And that tells you in slum is where stigma and discrimination is at par. So I could experience so many back and forth, kids, adults, and any other person I could interact with all the time. Most of them used to see my disability and not my inability. And at that point, I came to realize that it's me for me. It's me to build myself. It's me to ensure that people like me are seen as human beings first without their disability being recognized. And it's me to change the narrative. Prosthetic devices are very expensive. That one I can be honest with you, they are expensive. And at Prosthetic Kenya, currently we are the cheapest. We sell our below knee at 80,000, our above knee at 150,000. So compared to other places, currently we are the cheapest. And the only thing that can be done in Kenya to ensure that these devices are accessible, they should exempt all prosthetic devices from VAT. This is what hikes the price. Putting in mind that I'm a woman, I try my level best to ensure that most women with amputation feel like life has to go on. No matter what happens, life has to go on. You can go ahead and get babies as an amputee, which is allowed. You can be in a relationship. You can interact with other people the way you want. And one other thing that helps me also do more sensitization is mostly my dress code. Most of the time I do dresses, I do shorts. And this is because I want people to know that, yo, bro, I'm an amputee, but this is not stopping me from being who I am.
So to scan, we use any iPhone above iPhone X. They normally have the scanners integrated into it, and they're super accurate. So if you have an iPhone X and above, you can use it. And this is how we'll do it. So I'll open. We use a little open source affordable software called EM3D. Maybe just open it, and yeah, that is it. Then we'll just come and click on scan. Then with scan mode, we normally use the face camera because it has all the technology integrated in it. Then you'll point to the object that you want to scan. So for instance, this is my hand, and ensure that it is in focus. Once you ensure that your object is in focus, you'll select this one here, and keeping steady movement, you will try and just scan only the green part while keeping your movement steady. That's all. So normally after you've scanned, this is the 3D scan that I'll have. We'll now take this file and we'll import it into Blender. Now on Blender is an open source 3D it's an open source 3D animation software. And we've created a custom add-on that now just limits you and locks you into a prosthetic interface. So we'll import this model into Blender with UFit add-in on top, and then you'll clean it up. So you'll remove all the parts that you don't want, which is my face and all this noise. These other parts are called noise. So you'll remove it, and you'll just remain with my hand, because that is just remain with the hand, because that is what is the main thing that you want. And then with UFit, you can now customize it and build whatever you wanted. So if it was a prosthetic, you will build it, but in this case, because it's a hand, you will build an arm splint in UFit, and then you will export it as a 3D file, which will then be sent to the printers.
Susan and Wycliffe's stories reveal what happens when access to prosthetic care is denied, not by injury, but by cost. Their stories remind us that disability is not the limitation, inequality is. Yet, Belinda and Wanje here, who do have prosthetics, show what becomes possible when support exists. Between these two realities lies a simple truth. With access, loss can become independence, dignity, and hope.
Nikiweza pata hiyo artificial leg, ninaweza tu shukuru. Then nikiweza pata hata kakazi kadogo kakunipeanga kitu ya, yani nilikuwa najitegemea mahali nitakuwa naingisha hata kama ni nia yangu kila siku nipate ya kula naweza kula hivyo.
So I've chosen to wear short trousers so that people can see. And also, I want people to know about prosthetics. So those people who don't have legs, the amputees, they should know that there is a solution to their problem.
To any person with amputation outside there, what I would like to tell you is if I made it this far, you can make it further than the point I've gone. And also let us see ourselves as human beings first and not persons with amputation.